Hello Virgo, here's a reading for you for the reminder of January 2018. Let's begin. At the center of your reading you have Nine of Swords, which is very stressful energy. As you can see, this person is sitting, not looking at the world, not being even able, and being very frightened and terrified by those nine swords hanging above her head. And the world is dark. Remember that these are only your thoughts, and thoughts are not reality. But very often we get trapped by our thoughts when there are too many of them. When we let our mind to unleash its powers without any boundaries, it makes us feel like this, overwhelmed by stressful thoughts. The main outer energy, you have Eight of Swords, so again, the mind trap energy. But here in this card, I think it mostly shows us that there is a way out. You can see, I think it's Lazarus here that is rising from the dead. So everybody thought it was over for him, including himself. But now we can see it's not over, that the new life is possible, that you can always set yourself free from these restrictions you have put on yourself. So look at this as an as a statement, as an announcement that there is a way out of this for you. Perhaps you see it as something absolutely impossible. Perhaps you think that the miracle must have happened, would have happened in order for you to set yourself free. But miracles happen in this world, this card says. Miracles happen. What brought you to this place? I think we have the Justice card here, but I think it's injustice. I think something really shook you in a negative way. Because you expected that justice will be done, and it wasn't. So it's reversed, I think, in this case. You expected a proper outcome. You expected something, an effect of some actions, and this didn't happen. Perhaps instead of a prize, you received a punishment, or perhaps the prize went to somebody else, or somebody else was punished instead of the guilty one. Anyway, there is this great discord between the cause and effect here, and injustice has been done. And perhaps you have difficulties with this, with understanding the fact that the world isn't always fair, and it wasn't fair this time. What's your weakness or your challenge? Is the Hanged Man, and I think it's you waiting for this injustice to be straightened out, to be fixed. But hanging like this, nothing's gonna happen, I feel. That's why it's your weakness. Perhaps the challenge is to see things from the other perspective, to deeply understand that, yeah, the world isn't always perfect. It doesn't always work. It doesn't always work perfectly. Sometimes it makes things we don't expect and things we see as very unjust. And yeah, changing the perspective is the challenge. And the weakness is doing nothing about the situation. It won't improve if you just hang. How to cope with it? How to cope with your weakness? Address the issue. Three of Swords is paying attention to something that we would rather not pay attention to. Because it's painful, because it's difficult, because it's hard, because it's pain in the ass, because it's a thorn in the shoe. It's an arrow in your thigh, and it doesn't let you heal. It's always something like that. A thought that doesn't let you heal. You need to address it and you need to remove it in order to go further on, in order to progress. But very often we don't do it. We refuse to do it because we say, no, it's not just, it should be like that and this and that. I won't do anything with this. It's not my fault. Yeah, it's not your fault. Usually it's nobody's fault. But it still doesn't change the fact that if you don't do anything with this, your situation won't improve. Do something. Pay attention. Address the issue, says this card. What's your strength? It's Ace of Coins, and it's the only earth energy in this reading. I think it's an ability to start anew, ability to put your energy into something new, even if you didn't understand what happened really here. You still don't know. You still feel perhaps how to say it? Not really able to move, not really able to do anything about it. And there's acceptance in this. Something is given to you and you say, okay, the hell with it. I'm going to put my energy into a new thing because it's new, it's shiny, and it's promising, and it's better to use it here than to stay there. That's your strength. Whether you really use it or not is up to you. And many things indicate that you may have problems with using it, because here I have another apathy card, Four of Cups. It's stagnation. It's being bored. It's not being able to take what life offers you, not being very pleased with yourself, and mostly doing nothing about it. So for some of you, it means you need to shake this off. You need to shake this energy off in order to move forward. And for some of you, this means that you may be so tired by this sword energy, by this disappointment, that you need to reestablish your emotional stability, because this card in its core is emotional stability. I am not in the mood to begin something new. I'm not in the mood to receive. I'm not in the mood to go forward. Now I need to sit and perhaps contemplate life and even be a little sad. But I just need to settle. So for some of you, this is settling. The insight card, or the V-star, or the advice, is Cosmos, which is the universe in traditional Rider-Waite-Smith universe, the world. And I think it's a reminder that there is so much to the world than this. Look at these two cards. It's your position right now, and here it's your potential. You'll never acquire it by just sitting here and being afraid of those swords. So there is this need to set yourself free from your thoughts, from the power of your mind, into something much greater, the cosmos, the ending of the cycle. But I think it's just the world in the broadest sense, that the world is infinite and is waiting for you to be discovered, and you won't discover it just by sitting and being stressed out and crying. You need to go out to the world to discover it. I pulled out two additional cards. I just want to tell you that as background energy, we have this beautiful moon card, which also indicates that things are not as they seem. The way you see things isn't very, very clear right now, and you shouldn't perhaps depend on your senses right now, especially on your mind, because your vision might be blurred. And as well, the situation may look absolutely different. There may be a whole world for you to discover, And it's only your mind that tells you it's not. It's only your mind that tells you that you're trapped. But it's not true. So try to change your perspective, I think. Is the best thing to do here. And the best thing to do here is to expand and to act. Those two cards, Tower and Seven of Staffs, these are two cards of Mars. This is courage. Courage to expand your world, to expand your boundaries. And in order to do this, you need to, to climb, to move your body, move your legs. See where you want to go and go there. You don't always need to understand everything, I feel. You don't need to understand everything, because those thoughts, I feel, is trying to understand why this happened. You don't need to understand. Just accept the fact that the world, the cosmos, is sometimes like this, and we don't always see everything. We don't always see all the circumstances and all the goals that the universe has for us. And some things may seem very unfair, but in the longer perspective, it may occur that they were absolutely necessary for us to grow. So just change your perspective on this and everything should be okay. Dear Virgo, I invite you for the reading for the new moon in Capricorn, which I plan for tomorrow. I'll be very happy to see you. Perhaps I will make a live video so that we can perhaps talk a little. I would be very happy to see you on my channel. Thank you for your time. I wish you all the best in January. Bye bye.